My 𝗙𝘂𝗹𝗶 girlfriend 𝗙𝘂𝗹𝗶 has given up on her career since I became a millionaire. How do I tell her this won't work out?
Plus, update.
Backstory, I met my girlfriend Kylie, fake name, in community college 7 years ago. We became really close friends and started dating 2 years later. At the time, she wanted to become a nurse, which was great. She was genuinely passionate about it, and I fully supported her. I eventually transferred to a 4-year university and earned my MBA, and Kylie was emotionally supportive throughout my entire journey, which I'm very grateful for. During that time, Kylie's parents cut her off financially because of her spending habits. She took a year off to work and cover her bills. Meanwhile, I poured all my savings, time, and energy into a startup platform with my best friend in the automotive industry. Earlier this year, we were bought out for a life-changing amount of money, and we were both kept on as consultants with high-paying salaries as well. Kylie kept her job at the jewelry store throughout this time. After the buyout, she told me she was putting in her 2 weeks' notice. I offered to pay for her schooling and living expenses so she could finally pursue her nursing degree. She was excited at first, so I bought a condo for us to live in. A big step up from our previous apartment, close to her school. Over the weekend, though, we were talking, and she mentioned that she wasn't sure if she still wanted to go back to school. She suggested that maybe she could be a stay-at-home wife. We're not married. I didn't say anything at the moment because I wasn't sure how to respond. Part of what attracted me to her initially was her ambition, so it doesn't sit right with me that she quit her job and career goals now that I've come into money. Her shopping and spending have also increased, and she's been looking at new cars. I might be overreacting, but something just feels off. I still love her and want us to work out, but I'm uncomfortable with this new side of her I'm seeing. Thanks in advance. Update. First, I would like to thank everyone for their time and advice. I truly appreciate all the input. I had a serious conversation with my girlfriend, Kylie, about our future on Thursday night. I told her that she needed to come up with a plan, whether that meant finding a job or going back to school. I also told her that if she chose to go back to school, I would support her financially, including covering the costs of her degree. I gave her until December to figure out her plan. However, she became very defensive and told me that I am only in my current position in life because of her. She said I should be willing to pay for her lifestyle since she's been there since the beginning. She went on to say that she had wasted 5 years of her life with me, and that by now, she could have been married and starting a family. I was shocked. I had never seen this side of her before. She was having a complete meltdown. I ended the conversation by saying that I'd tried my best to make this relationship work, but it couldn't continue like this. Unlike her, I come from a middle-class background. Both my parents worked and contributed equally to the household. It was like she had become a completely different person. That's when I realized that money had really changed her. I then told her that I had a business trip planned, which she already knew about, and that when I returned on Tuesday, she should have moved out and left the keys with a mutual friend whom I trust. I canceled her credit card that same night. The car she's currently driving still has a $6,000 balance left on the loan, but luckily, it's in her name, so I'm not responsible for it. I've been making the payments on it for her for the past 6 months. I also don't feel too guilty, as her parents would never let her be homeless. On Friday, her sister called me several times, and while I initially ignored the calls, I eventually picked up since they were inside my condo. Her sister told me that Kylie had been crying all day and wanted to work things out. I told her that it was too far gone for repair. Then today, Kylie's best friend called, asking if I could meet up for drinks, which I found odd. She told me she had some things to show me that were keeping her up at night. I said I would think about it, but honestly, I don't care at this point. Finding out whatever Kylie might have done behind my back would only cause more pain. When I get back, I'm planning to put the condo on the market because I no longer have any use for it. Right now, I don't have any interest in dating again. It's too difficult for me to see people's true intentions. Thanks again for all the help and support. Hopefully, this will be the end of this post. Side note, I had several questions about Kylie running over her friend. I didn't know Kylie when this happened. She originally spent her first semester at a private university. She told me she accidentally put the car in drive instead of reverse and ended up hitting her friend. Kylie was extremely apologetic, and her friend forgave her on the spot. However, when the friend's mother found out about the accident, she did some research, learned that Kylie's father is a CEO of a major corporation, and decided to sue her parents. The lawsuit was settled out of court for $250,000. After that, Kylie left the private college and joined me, as her parents wanted her back home. I don't believe it was intentional on Kylie's part, but after all this, I'm now seeing a different side of her after 7 years together.